Welcome back to the channel. It's your Wasteland Wanderer, GamerBear176, diving into the brutal and beautiful chaos that is called Kenshi. This isn't just another survival story. This is the tale of one hiver and two skeletons and one very questionable life choices. From scavenging scraps to swinging swords, we're going full zero to hero. Give us a like and a subscribe and sit back and enjoy the video. And you know, no game really starts until you get to Mongrel and you find Beep. So, about day 30 we did some grinding with some skeleton characters. Got a hauler and just met up with Beep. So he's brand new, fresh, and we're going to start getting trained up here while we're hanging out here in the Fog Islands. First things first, get in here and talk to the shopkeeper. Get him a backpack so we can load that up with some iron. Get him weight training and do the old backpack full of iron method. Get some other supplies. Need some medical supplies, some splints, because these organic creatures, they tend to get injured on their limbs a little bit more than the skeletons do. Alright, make sure all that works. And we get back to the group. So let's check out these stats. Yep, pretty pathetic. All ones and zeros. Brand new. As we said, we just met up with them. Let's look at the main character here, what I started with. An injured head. Getting here, kind of built up. Making him an unarmed martial artist. We found another guy that we recruited in the hub. Another skeleton character, getting him built up with some heavy weapons. And a little bit beat up hauler here from Fogmen traveling through the Fog Islands. Here we are in Mongrel. Getting here wasn't too bad. Kind of ran into two of the little Fogmen death camps. So wasn't a great thing, but we moved our way up from Dreg, from this little hive village here, and gonna go back to the hub when we're done training. Alright, so I am playing with a couple of mods, so the mod list I will have down in the comments for you. One of the main ones are like some reactive world, so when things change, key characters die, towns can be taken over, stuff like that. But I also like that skeletons can wear shirts and shoes. Alright, so we're just going to be over here looting all of these fogmen that the town guard killed. Mongrel's kind of a shinobi type village, its own faction with shinobi ninja guards. So getting loaded up, getting some weight here on Beep so he can do his training. Don't want him to get caught outside. We got all these fogmen dying out here. And another little trick we will do is we will go ahead and get one of them picked up, and because when they're holding another character they tend to gain skill a little bit faster. So a whole bunch of them just laying here. They rushed the gates while we were out here trying to mine some iron, so I'll probably end up using the skeletons to do the mining and get the iron there for Beep. So we can see his strength, toughness already went up because he was doing a little bit of fighting. And look at these gains, how quick they're going. It's like every step, every second just goes up, 5-7%. No real combat skills yet. It's not what we're focusing on. We just want to raise that athletics and raise that strength so he can carry a little bit more and move a little bit faster. Thing with hivers is they got that racial bonus for athletics, so they get to run a little bit faster right off the get-go. So we're gonna run in here and let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff, get some extra coin going, and get rid of all of these metal rods from the Fogman. It's not a whole lot of money, but it's gonna be enough to buy some food here. Especially we'll be camping out for a minute. And Beep and the hauler need to eat. Haven't decided yet what I want to put him in or put him on as far as weapons and armor. So we'll just take a look at that later. But hivers have to wear the hiver shirts. Can't wear the regular type shirts. Yeah, some of this ninja gis, rags. They got good, decent defense, but main thing is we want to cover his limbs and make sure he doesn't have anything like that. So here we go. We got the skeletons down here doing some mining. We'll just get everybody mining. Get some of this iron a little bit quicker to fill up Beep's backpack. And then he can do some real strength training. Yep, just toiling away, raising that laboring skill. And see, they're all carrying a Fogman. Increases their skill gain level. So you always want to maximize how they're going to be gaining these skills. I see these hivers, they're just Fogmen laying all over the place. I don't think we're going to bother with looting them anymore, because while everybody else is training on their strength and athletics, we're going to do some thievery training and get that up. So maybe get some skeletal limbs out of here. Almost full in this backpack now. Just a couple more pieces. And he'll be topped off. Alright, so running around now. Got some stealth training while we're doing it. Getting that athletics up. Strength. So this is Dirt. I think I'm going to want to get him up to 90 on stealth, just as a group. So I put the other ones on bodyguard, so they just follow him in the same posture, and they're gaining their skill as well. And you kind of just click around and get them to move, so they're getting those gains. There's enough people here that they're hitting the detection, and that's how we do the skill gain. So you can see he's gaining 1% like every 1 second, 2 seconds. So this isn't going to take a whole lot of time. And the good thing is, while he's doing it, the other two are gaining as well at a much, much faster pace. And again, they're working on strength and their athletics at the same time, along with some stealth, which can always come in handy, you know, when we're doing long distance traveling. Don't want to aggro some mobs that are out there or anything like that. Yeah, it's like they're running laps, so pretty much what you got to do for a few minutes until that stat gets up. Like I said, we're just gonna get him to 90, and then we're gonna do a little trick here. I'll show you for auto training your party. So we don't have a base yet, so we can't do the waypoints hauling type trick. Usually you set a waypoint to a machine and then to a storage, and then they gain strength and athletics running back and forth. But we don't have a base yet, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is find a NPC. And right there, Hauler is starving, so we forgot to feed him. These pack bulls, they eat like triple, which is not great, while hivers eat about half at a half rate. So, like I said, we sold all of these wooden rods and metal rods from the Fogmen, and now we got to get some food. Of course, as Beep is training, he's consuming more food because he's burning more calories. Kenshi is a very reality-based game. You know, they're getting exhausted, so they're eating more. There's no like real requirement for sleep, but food is definitely a requirement for these NPCs. So we'll go ahead and throw some roast vegetables in there and some meat for this pack bull so he can wake up out of his little food coma. Alright, so before we got distracted with the food debacle, I was talking about training. So basically we're just going to find an NPC that walks around the town and have our guys bodyguard him, just like we did Dirt earlier. Alright, let's check out these stats again. Keep working, get up to 90. And there's Beep, he's going back to the auto task of following. Yes, so we got a little bit of time here, 75% finally for the stealth. So Kenshi came out in December of 2018, and I've actually purchased it on my Steam account back in May of 2018 as an early access game for $19.99, and I gotta say it's been a good value. Got a lot of replay out of it over the years, especially as the modding community really picked up and picked up on the next things that were kind of missing from the base game, and the dev is really supportive of that. They're actually working on Kenshi 2 right now, which, really looking forward to. A lot of people are. A lot of these new dynamics that can be in there, such as, taking over actual towns, maybe hunger for the NPCs in the world to motivate them. But here we are, 93, 94, almost there to the 100 mark. This will put us at 90 stealth, which means I can pretty much hide in plain sight with this skeleton character. And here we go. Got it. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch tasks. Let's get these, let's get our other skeleton and Beep. And the animals, they don't really train. So whatever stats they have, they're just kind of there. And see this guy, he's got up his stats a little bit. He can sneak all the way up that much. Athletics, cool. Oh my gosh, look at Beep. He's super high. And yep. So he's progressing just like we wanted. Everybody's got a little bit more stealth now, so that's great. That's what we were wanting. Getting that strength up and the athletics. Let's double check all of his gear. Look at that. Let's give Beep a little bit of armor now to run around, give him a skill debuff. So armor does debuff you. Certain weapons have penalties as well, and all these penalties add up to increased skill gain rates. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're checking out the bar now. Maybe we can start a bar fight. This guy's got a bounty, but I don't know. He's an outlaw. But it's for the Holy Nation, so we don't really like them. This guy's crazy. Another outlaw. Probably recruitable NPC. What is he? Looks like an Ashlander. But let's just go here. We need to get some more food, maybe for Beep. And definitely food for the hauler. Let's go ahead and feed him so that he's not starving again. So they can die pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. Let's see, we just shot directly into him, so. Can't sell this stuff. Stolen items. Thievery's not high enough. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. What's the story here? Yeah, anyway, looks like one of them. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to recruit this guy, because then it's just another person to feed and another person to train, and we already got our main character Beep here. Everybody else has kind of become an accessory, even though we started with them. So yeah, let's not get that guy. Ciao. Here we are, the team done training. Yep, everybody's got some good run speeds. Hauler, not so much. 22 max speed. I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh yeah, 100. He's running for 100. Crazy. It's that Hiver racial XP bonus. Here we go. We got him some good deals, and got these enough skeleton limbs for when they get lopped off. It's fine. We sold all of our training weights. Let's go ahead and pick this guy up. And Dirt's gonna carry him all the way to the hub. Now we just opened up the map, and this is a little trick they don't really tell you. You just right click Now you issue a move order all the way on the other side of the map, and they will pretty much auto-navigate all the way there. So here we can see his max speed, got that athletics bonus, and he's going super fast. He's just took off. This isn't even at 3 times speed. This is normal game speed. He's running, and it looks like the game is sped up right now. These guys are jogging a little bit slower, but the main thing is they are all running faster than the max speed of the Fogmen. So Fogmen shouldn't be an issue. This large backpack, yeah, it kind of slows him down, gives him an athletics penalty, but we're not carrying any weight anymore. Doesn't really make a difference on his run speed, so we'll just keep it on. But look at Beep, he's hauling. He's already going to be in the next zone before these other ones are even away from the town. And he's just carrying hauler. Legs flopping around everywhere. And there he goes. He finally took off. A103. He's gone. He's booking it. And Dirt's got to carry a little bit more weight, so he's not moving that great. Beep, there he is. Look, he's already nearly in the next biome. Haven't come across any Fogmen yet. Look at this, max speed 21, so that's good. His max speed, he's at, yeah, 22, and this one, 27, wow. Yeah, he's already gonna be over in the next biome here in a couple minutes. And like I said, oh, we got some Fogmen. There's finally a Fogman chasing him. He's not gonna catch up though, there's no way. Fogman's athletics 17, his max speed is 17. Yeah. Sorry. Beep's booking it. I think the only thing that could catch Beep right now is a beak thing. But shouldn't be any of those in the Fog Islands. Not until we get over to closer to the hub. We'll start seeing that kind of activity from roaming mobs. A103, he's just going to. These ones haven't come across those Fogmen yet. But they're slowly gaining athletics while they're making this cross-country jog, so that is a good thing. Oh, somebody's getting hit. Yep, Fogmen. Let's make sure they're passive. We don't want them stopping and fighting, because that would be trouble. I mean, the Fogmen don't eat skeletons, but they'll knock them out, and it's kind of annoying, especially if you're next to a Fogmen death camp. Then they just keep aggroing you every time you're trying to stand up, and they smack you, and then the guy passes out again. So you're getting these weak hits on them. I'm not too worried. Even he's outrunning them. He's got one more speed faster than them, so he's gonna be putting some distance here pretty soon. They get the one smack in, and that's it. But toughness is high enough. Doesn't make a difference. Here we go. Oh, got a little bit of graphics issues. Looked like we lost Holler for a second, but no. And this is the good thing. Kenshi will kind of notify you that something's going on with this character. See the little portraits blinking red. Always gives you the easy snap back over to where they are. So there he's clearing the drag as well. And there's the last couple Fogmen trying to cut him off. Don't think they're gonna make it. Oh, there's one. Oh, two. Not enough to slow him down. Didn't do hardly any damage. 4, hitting for 4, it's nothing. Each of his limbs are like 200. And as soon as we cross the little border here, gonna be in the drag. We gotta cross this little corner before we start heading over to the hub. So let's see how he's doing. He's hitting the drag already. Right on the borderline. And Beep, of course, he's all in it already. Surprised, really surprised we haven't come across any mobs, bandits, something like this. And there we can see the other two in the distance. So that's the good thing, it's kind of like Minecraft, tells you where these people are by their names. And there we go, last one in the drag. Let's go ahead and speed it up now. Look at how faster. It's just moving, the zones are taking longer to load because they're crossing them so fast. Oh, what do we got here? Some high paladin bad guys from the Holy Nation. They want to beat up Beep because they're racist. They don't like the skeletons, they don't like the hivers, they don't like women. Yeah, typical Holy Nation right there. So let's see what we got here. Whole group, bunch of paladins, bunch of little servants. Not well equipped, not well fed. And just let Beep outrun these guys. And hopefully they don't catch on to our other ones. Look at that, 101, 102 max speed. He's nearly gonna be to the hub. We're already halfway through this journey with Beep. Oh, yeah, here's 110. Just ran through the whole group. Ha! Too fast, they couldn't even pay attention. Now they all try to aggro on him. But they're not gonna catch up, so I'm not too worried about that. Slow it down here. Back to normal speed. Yeah, their max speed. They're not catching him. 17. He's running 22s. So, well, distance is already there. The only one I'm kind of worried about is now Dirt and Hall are going to run into these guys as he's losing them. But even then, the max on this one guy's 21. What's our max over here? Yeah, I don't think they're going to cause too much of a problem. I don't want to sit there and try to fight them because their fighting skills, especially on the paladins, is a lot higher than ours. And they're just going to whoop us even though we got more HP than they do. So we'll keep putting that distance between them. I reckon we can already almost look at the distance on this. Maybe, oh, there it is. You can already see the hub. Beep's just running super fast. So Beep's probably just gonna make it there before everyone. He'll be safe. We can have him chill in the bar when he gets there. Let's check on him. He's aggroing something. Probably kiting these. Yep, he's got a couple behind him. Let's see how many we got. See them yet from here. Oh, he's got kind of some distance. That looks like only 2 are still on him. But I guess we lost the rest of the group. And that one, that's another town, Shank over there. We don't want to go to that either because that's another Holy Nation city. Not good for our party. Let's see how he is. What kind of distance we got with these guys. Alright, we got a servant and a paladin. Servant's stats, they're not that great. Paladin, he's got a little bit more. He'll be doing some damage if he catches up to us. And Beep's just like way over there. So, I don't think that we can solo these guys with our group. So, we're just going to keep going for now. Get over to the hub like we originally planned. And oh, what is this? Mercenaries. Oh, we can even talk to one? You know what? I think we can take on these 2 guys with some mercenary help. Yeah, his attack is okay. I know he's got a little bit more defense than the other guy, and we got a pretty high dodge on Dirt, so I think we can We can do that. Yeah, I mean, poor compared to his, but and Beep's just terrible. So, but we can definitely kill the servant. Not that far from the hub. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to these mercenaries. Let's talk to them. Make sure we're not attacking them on accident. All right. Yeah. Oh, what a value. Let's go ahead and just hire them. Now they're gonna follow Dirt, which means we've got to slow down A103 with this group. So like I said, he can probably hold his own long enough for help to get there. You know, it's kind of like any fighter training. You know, you just got to hold them off long enough for help to get there. Stay conscious until help gets there. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Now they're both in the combat range. Let's get Beep back over here too. Let's go ahead and put down Hauler, so we can increase our fighting efficiency here. A little bit of speed gain on Dirt too. Let's take out this Paladin. Make sure they're not passive anymore, because we want an auto attack. Put him on passive, and let's send him to the hub by himself. He can outrun enough stuff that's around here. It's just starving bandits mostly, so I'm not too worried about him. And we can probably collect him later. So, already got some combat going on. The greens are actually what we are hitting them for, and the reds are when they smack us. Where's this guy gone? He's just running off now? Like, we stopped to fight you, dude. What are you doing? Okay, he just probably forgot what he was doing. And see, he's parrying, so no damage taken. Holding off this group. Oh, he's getting smacked pretty good. That's what we didn't want. But as long as he's holding them long enough for our mercenaries and our martial artist, and there he is. He's gonna do flying kick. Look at that. And while he's distracted, he's backslashing him. Here we go, all of our little mercenary minions, smacking these guys too. Take him out pretty quick. Yeah, this servant's, he's gonna go down. Alright, and yep. That's him. He's down. Now let's get on this Paladin. See, he's parrying. Oh, got a smack on Beep. Of course, turn around, smack on the skeleton. Alright, Beep's kind of struggling there. Right, and he's down. Cool. Let's check him. He's unconscious. 200 seconds. Everybody's pretty much healthy. Let's go ahead and loot him. So when he gets back up, he's got nothing. Alright, some monk robe. I'm gonna use that eventually for that. Hessian pants. Band-aids. Get the band-aid for our organic buddies. And we'll just take all of his stuff so he's not a threat when he gets up. Do want to transition Dirt over to a monk robe eventually to get that bonus, but for right now, let's loot this. Yeah, almost empty band-aid. Paladin cross. Poor quality. Cool looking weapon though. Just make sure this guy's not a threat when he gets up either. He's unconscious just for another 70 seconds. Not too long. I don't think I want to carry him anywhere. Let's make sure all of our guys are healed up. Yeah, Beep's a little beat up there. Let's go. Tell everybody to heal. Mercenaries are healing themselves, so that's good. Repairing our skeletons. And Beep's already healed, so He's a little bit banged up, but looks like he might take one hit and get knocked out with that chest. Let's make our way back to the main map. Put them all back to the hub. There's Hauler over there in the middle of nowhere, but I think he's doing okay. Let's check on him. Just trudging along. Oh, got something aggroing over here. What's going on? Oh, beak things. Great. That's just one. Okay, let's take them down. Oh no, there's two. Ah, three. Let's take this close one first. Help these little mercenaries here. Take them down. Yeah, getting a lot of hits in on them. So that's good. He's hitting for 30 already with that giant plank weapon. Oh, 65 on the unarmed. Nice. Yep, hitting for 65 now. That's good. And beeps down. Taking a nap. He's not in danger though, so we just focus on the fight for right now. Nobody's gonna eat him while we've got these mercenaries here either, so that one's down. And what you always want to do when you knock an animal unconscious is take something from them, because then it's like instant death to them. And then you don't got to worry about that beak thing getting back up and eating beep to heal itself. But we're going to go ahead and heal him anyway, real quick before we get back into the fight. And let's fight the next one. Let's go down the line, you know. Now it's like production. Alright, got some of the big hits in there. Dirt, yep. 65 is his max damage. Right, don't forget, you want to take his meat and his hides, so he's dead. Take them all. Alright, cool. Foul meat isn't good for anything, but hivers can eat it and the animals can eat it, so won't be having to worry about feeding our hauler for some time. And this beak thing's knocking out all of its mercenaries we had fighting it, but it's already kind of beat up. I think we can knock him out. And there comes the backup now. Mercenary company coming to help us. Right on. He's doing a flying jump kick now. As they increase their martial arts skill and basically any of their combat skills, they start getting different animations, which is kind of cool. So let's go over here, take all of his stuff so he's dead. Let's check on these mercenaries. Let's heal ourselves. We gotta go pick up our buddy Beep. Healing these mercenaries too. They did the good heavy lifting for us with the paladin and now with the beak things. And these guys are really earning their money out here in Kenshi. So he's wounded, unconscious, 200 seconds. I'll let them carry their own people. I don't need to be doing that. We just need to get over here and carry Beep, I think. Any more mercenaries to heal? Nope, they're right there. Looks like they're doing okay. Alright, go ahead and pick him up. Now this guy, he's a little slow. Okay, recovery coma. Looks like I'm gonna have to pick him up anyway. Alright, let's just carry him. Let's get Dirt running over there and we'll pick up Hauler. Let's go catch up with him first. A couple of mercenaries following us, so that's good. A couple of them still passed out, but hey, they're in charge of their own people. Not gonna tell them how to do their job. Following Dirt anyway. Don't see any more critters out here, and we just crossed another zone into the border zone. So now we're in the zone where the hub is, finally. And this little guy's just trudging along. Nearly there. But we're going to go ahead and pick him up and make this a little bit faster. He's taking a little bit too long for what we want to do to get there fast. And we got our 2 skeletons carrying our 2 organics. Make sure we're passed over to the hub. And yep, he's got beep. So everybody's all together. See what he's doing. He's still in a recovery coma. Can't do anything with him yet, so let's just speed it up. I don't think we're going to see any more action. It's usually just like starving bandits around this area. Nothing too heavy, but that's why we're here, is we want to start training on some starving bandits. Increase our weapon skills. There we are, we're already here at the hub. Here's the walls. Here's the town. Alright, I think we can go over here and start our bar trip. Put our pack bull down. Let's get a beep over here. Throw him in a bed so he can do some real recovery. Go in the bar. Let's see what we got here. Let's sell. Get rid of all these hides. All this junk. I don't want these shoddy grade. I don't want to wear a disguise. Otherwise I keep the monk robe, but yeah, I know these make some good cash. Got quite a few from those beak things. Carry 6 each, and yeah, it gives us some disposable income. Beep doesn't really have a whole lot. He just needs to rest. And yeah, we'll go ahead and sell this, because I don't want to wear shoddy grade or be disguised as a holy nation, really. So let's get rid of that. That's shoddy too. I mean, it looks cool, but it's all trash, you know. Even that. More damage versus robots, but we're not really fighting robots. We're fighting more humans and animals, I would say. Let's go ahead and sell that. And then I'm going to keep our little training stick. Alright. You know what? Let's go sit down. It was a long journey. Tired. Let's go sit down. Rest up. What's he doing? Let's go downstairs. I think there's another pillow right there. Let's go ahead and... Can he sit down on it too? Yeah. Alright, so I think we are just gonna chill here in the hub bar with our little tricorn hat mercenaries. Maybe do some inventory management and let Beep sleep off his wounds. So until next time, Gamer Bear 176.